the Big Mo. What we're going to be working on today is irrigation leak. And typically of an irrigation leak, you're going to know where it is. You know, you don't usually have to search for it, you know, because, you know, they know it's there because it's an obvious mud puddle, mud hole in the yard, soft spot in the yard. Or maybe if you mow, you're going to know where it's at already. So typically, you won't have to search for it. And in typical fashion, right here is where the leak is. You could tell, and they were able to tell because there was mud all out on this road when they turned this zone on, and there's an obvious hole here where it's just blown all the dirt out from the water. Something that's atypical about this yard that I've never had in another yard that I've mown or worked on their irrigation system is that most of the time you'll have the systems running off of a garden meter, you know, because here, you know, you don't want to pay the sewer cost or the water treatment on water that's not being treated. It's going into your yard, so you'll get a garden meter and you won't have to pay that. I don't know how it is where you live, but there's the water bill and the sewer bill are separate here. So but what's atypical about this yard is that they don't use water from the city at all. They pump it from the river. Yeah, they pump it from the river. And well, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's pretty awesome because they don't have to pay anything for the water. I guess the downside would be that they have to, if something goes wrong with that pump, they have to have somebody that can, you know, dive out there into the river and fix it, which is probably not that easy to find. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch you guys over to a tripod, and so I have my hands free to work on this thing, and we'll see how it goes. It's like a mystery box. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. It could be simple. We could dig down in there and it'd be just a snap to fix, or it could be very complicated. What happened was that when they put that, they just had this new mailbox put in, and when they dug, whoever put it in, when they dug for it, they cut something. So I hope, you know, that it's going to be easy. You never know what, I mean, you don't even know what materials you're going to need, really. Worst case scenario, it would be PVC, which is just harder to fix. Poly is real easy to fix. Hopefully I'll go down in there and it'll be a black poly pipe that's just been cut, and that'll be pretty easy. So let's do it. Let's see. Right now, baby. So I see it's going to be a swing pipe. So we know that now. I don't know if you could see that, but it's going to be swing pipe. It's not going to be a big poly pipe, but it is poly. And yeah, it'll be fine. And I got this end of it. I'm going to have to find the other end of it. So looks like it's been cut maybe here. Let me see. Goes under that. Well, there's that. Okay. I don't know what the deal is with this, what that was. I'll have to find the other end of what that was going into. So that's gonna take me digging with the digging. It's gonna take me digging with the shovel, the big spade. You want to dig this surface up. You want to dig this surface up like a piece of sod. Turn the water on if I can. If I can get to everything to do it. And see where the water's coming from. Ugh. Let's try that. There's a head over here. Yeah, see, this is going to this head here, which is supposed to connect. I got the picture now, see? That gave me the picture. I should have saw it last time, but the water's actually coming from here, and there's the actual, I see the actual fitting right there, that white. And that's just going to that head, which is right there. It's fixing time. Okay. Bad news is it's going into PVC. Fudge. Puts a wrinkle in it. It puts a wrinkle in it. It's going into PVC. PVC is usually a big suspect in all this. So brittle, you know? So brittle when there's doing something there, it just broke that off right there. Boom. So, yeah. Bad thing is, I don't think I have a fitting that will go from PVC. This PVC here, it's just gonna be a mess because I gotta have glue, all that. Hate PVC. Yeah, gotta have glue. Also, I didn't bring with me, which I should have brought with me because I didn't know that it wasn't going to be PVC. So yeah, fun. Ugh, heat index today, triple digits. Not a fun day to do stuff like this, but I was looking through my stuff in the back and I found this, which that'll take me from the PVC, but as you see, this is a L, and I need to get PVC cement anyway because I left it at the house like a dum-dum. But I was gonna have to go anyway, so I'm gonna get one of these black pieces right here, but straight instead of L-shaped like that. So, and that should do it. So let's see. Let's go to the hardware store. I'm turning my air on now. Had it off so I could talk to you and you could hear me, but I can't take it anymore. So I will see you when we get back from the hardware store. See if you, or actually in just like a split second. So, picked up this. I can tell you this about irrigation. There's like dozens of ways to fix a certain problem, you know, and it's just picking one and trying to pick the most efficient. And this was it for me. I got this little gray fitting to go in this PVC, so we'll put that together, glue it up, and I may need to extend, we'll see, I may need to extend that other one to reach this, but you could go with cutting that off and putting what it was on there before was some kind of PVC with this, like the whole thing PVC like this basically. And even if I could find something like that, I wouldn't use it because PVC is so brittle, you know, that could get broken again for future people to fix this, me or somebody else. And that could break off so easily, and then you have to replace glue, blah, 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 this whole thing again. Where if this broke off, all you'd have to do is unscrew this and put another one in. So anyway, let's go fix this thing. So what I did before I get going with this is I went ahead and put some tape on this and screwed it into there. And I also went ahead and put a piece of pipe, put a piece of poly on here and clamped it down. So it's just gonna be easier, you know, when I go to when I glue this on, it'll be easier than if this was glued on. I'm having to do it down in that mud hole, you know. So I'll just glue this on, and then basically you'll see, I'll show you how I did this on the other end of it. Okay, I went ahead and did this as well on the other end of this whole shebang, so that's what we got. Just like it's gonna be easier, do it that way. Okay. So I went ahead and dug a little bit more out this way to give me a little room to move this PVC. You want to prop it up if you can. Probably not the best choice of things to do this with. You don't want to do it too far because you can break it back in here. But I want it up out of that mud and muck, the muckety muck. And now we will cut it. See, that was some kind of weird fitting where they flared this pipe out and put this thing in it, you know, and it had a little nub on the end. Weird, very strange indeed. But you want to make sure this is good and clean as you can get it. No muckety muck on it. This root right here is bothering me, so let's move it out of the way. Let's get this good and cleaned off. Then, what I'm gonna do is attach this here. So, any of you have done any plumbing before, what's really fun, guys, if you have any cuts on your hands, be sure and get some of this on it and see how it feels. It makes it feel much better. No, it actually burns like crazy. So clean this off. Good. Clean the inside of this. Cement jars are always, they're out back. They're always hard to open. You gotta take some vice grips to them. Or channel locks. I don't know why I always call those, they're not vice grips, they're channel locks. Ew. Weird. That works, man. It's a little odd there. Huh. It's acting like it's not. No, I've never seen it look like that before. Have you seen it look like that before? Real gooey, like not mixed or something. Strange. Weird. I don't know, guys. That's even gonna work. Maybe a debacle in the making. Anyway, I guess we'll try it. See what happens. Looks very odd. If it works, fingers crossed. Now in a few minutes, I guess. Like it's latching on. Hard to say that. A little worried about that. Latched on, I guess. No, it's still moving. Does not bode well. Okay, now. I can't move it. So JR is pruning some while I'm doing this, so he was asking me about something. Anyway, yeah, weird. Kind of funky. I've just never seen never had PVC cement look like that. I think it latched on now, I guess. Guess we will find out soon enough. If you're going to be working on irrigation at all, you're going to need certain tools. You're going to need your pair of these. See if you can see that. Can't see the camera. You're going to need your pair of these for crimping. These little clamps down, and you're going to need a pair of these to cut the pipes. To cut the poly pipe. It's real forgiving, you know, unlike PVC, you know, you got a hard time with it. you know, putting it together sometimes. This is so poly pipe gives so much. You just have a lot of room to play with here. Don't want to cut it too short though. I'd rather cut it too long than too short. Good. Common mistake that happens when you first start doing this stuff is not putting these on before you put it together. So you need to slide one of these on here, like that one. We got something on it. Slide one of these on there, then put it together. Then, make sure it gets that. Take these, put it on there like that, on each side of that little part that sticks out. Clamp her down. And this should be fixed. Now you're going to want to test it. And you're going to want to test it right now. But if you glue, it'd be fine if you was just fixing poly, but if you're glued something, you better wait. That's probably not going to have a whole lot of pressure on it. Like if it was a main line, it's not going to have a whole lot of pressure because the water is coming out before it even gets here. It's coming out of these heads all down through here. This is just connecting. All this is just to connect that last head right there. So yeah, we'll let it set for a bit, finish up the rest of this work, and then we will cut it on and try. Who knows, it might explode. Sometimes they do, and then you have to start from scratch and it sucks. So we go do this work, finish this work up. I'll turn y'all back on and you'll get to see what happens. I wonder what happens. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. It could work great, you know, and you could be like, yes, perfect. I'll put the dirt back in, the grass sod back on it, and I'll be right with the world. Or it could blow up in our face, like I said, and just kind of ruin our day. Let's see what happens. Well, for the lovers, good news. For the haters, bad news. As you can see, no leaky. And it's all working, except for this head right here. That's a whole other issue that will have to be dealt with. Probably just clogged. Probably got something in, they have those little filter in there to clean that out. But yeah, no leak. Sorry, haters. Working good, so I'm gonna cut this off and be back with you in a second, or two and two. It's never the prettiest thing in the world when you get it all, the grass all back in there, but it'll be okay. That Bermuda will all grow together. We'll be good. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell. Even throw a thanks if you want to support the channel monetarily. And guys, until I see you again, Big Mo and Sweaty JR signing off. He's been pruning while I've been doing all this and cleaning out beds, so he's done. Be careful out in this heat, guys. Till we see you again. Boo!